All right. Hello everyone, it's Nancy Taylor here from HeyNancyTaylor.com, and welcome to today's video where we are going to be going over 5 steps to start creating consistent, valuable content on YouTube. This video is specific for online educators and coaches, so grab your notebooks, let's get started. Gotta stay hydrated. Clarity brings confidence, and how do you get clarity? I promise it is not by thinking about it over and over and continuing to plan again and again what you're going to film and what videos you're going to create. It is by taking action. But we often freeze before we take action. Why? Why do we freeze? We don't know where to start. We feel serious imposter syndrome or not expert enough, and we are afraid of what others are going to think or if it doesn't work out. Well, the good news is you can start and be afraid, embarrassed, unsure, and imperfect. The more you, the better. Like Dr. Seuss says, there's no one newer than you. He's the YouTube expert. So let's jump into the 5 steps to start creating this amazing content. Number 1 is decide on a schedule to brainstorm, to script, to film, to edit, because there is this fascinating concept of how us humans take the amount of time we give ourselves to complete the task. If today is to fold laundry, I will take the entire day to accomplish that task. This is why when you're selling something, you give a close date, because people will think about it up until the very end. You get me? The moral of the story is to plan and set an amount of time and be very specific. If you say next week, you will put it off until next week and may not even get to it until the end of the week. If you're putting off creating your videos and say, I'll do that next week, I'll do that tomorrow, let's get a little bit more specific and serious about this. Here's an example of a schedule. You plan out 2 hours for brainstorm and scripting your videos for the month, 2 hours to film, and then 3 hours to edit and 1 hour to upload. It might take longer, it might take less. Now, those are just random numbers that I threw out there, not random, kind of like what I would gauge, but don't rush the process. Enjoy the journey as you're creating, as you're learning. It is really, really, really so much fun. Dave, my husband, loves to look at trucks. He loves to watch reviews on YouTube. He loves to explore them and see the different trims and the different colors and the different models and all the different things on them. I'm like, oh my goodness, you've taken so much time to explore this. He does the same thing with shoes, with pickleball paddles, exact same process. I'm like, you've spent weeks, months researching this. You could have just done it in a day. And he said to me, his wise wisdom brain, Nancy, I enjoy it. I enjoy the research and learning about it. And I enjoy looking at the different options and thinking about the different things and learning about the different features and then making a decision from there. I'm like, oh, I did not know that was an enjoyable experience until you pointed that perspective out to me. So the same thing with your YouTube videos. How can you enjoy the process? I love getting a new camera. I've been enjoying trying to use a new, like a teleprompter. Right now I'm just talking to you, but I've been using new equipment and different things. And my old self would have been so frustrated, like, this isn't working. I have to get the video out. I would have rushed the process and hated the experience, but I'm choosing to enjoy it. I'm loving watching YouTube videos on creating better content, watching filmmakers and how they do edits and different color grades and different lighting. It's been so much fun, and my previous self would not have found that enjoyable. I just know I would have been stressed and I would have been trying to rush and thinking I need to get a video out there. I want you to adopt this mindset of enjoying the process. It may take more time up front, but it's a process and a journey that is really, really fun if we allow it to be. Number 2 is use what you have. If you have an iPhone, or maybe you have a desktop and you have a webcam and you have a headset, or maybe a lav mic, just use what you have to film. I'll leave linked here in the iCard and below a video where I go over different YouTube equipment for beginner, intermediate, advanced, and you can just kind of see some different setups to use to make creative, constant content that you can use to create consistent content. Wow, she should be an anchor. Number 3 is to pick one thing and improve at it. Right now, I'm working on improving my quality of video. Is there storytelling? Is it valuable and others leave feeling better than they did when they arrived? Also, valuable just means that I'm helping people. For Christmas, I got the softest minky blanket from a friend of mine, and when I snuggle up in it, like I've never felt something softer, and I feel amazing, comfortable, peace. It's so amazing, and I think about that when I create my YouTube videos. I want you to feel comfortable. I want you to feel joy. I want you to feel better after the videos than you did when you showed up. Although I'm teaching YouTube, I'm teaching business, I'm teaching those topics, I want to bring the storytelling and the way that I teach it and how I speak to you. I want it to be an enjoyable experience. A warm, minky blanket. Just wrap you up. Number 4 is to treat it like a business, not a hobby. Similar to number 1, when we set our schedule, imagine you are 2 parts in your business, your CEO and you're the coach or teacher inside the business. So this includes creating educational content on YouTube. Would you as the CEO be happy with the performance of your educator? Is he or she doing a good job? Now, you're not going to go and fire yourself, but really think of it in that way. You're the CEO and you're also the employee. Sometimes we treat our business different than we would if we were a contracted position or we had a boss. We feel like that is priority over our own business. How do we create that same priority for our personal business? I don't know the answer to that, but you'll figure it out. Number 5, and the final one, to teach something you are interested in learning about. Your passion and joy pour into your videos, and you will burn out quickly if you are creating content on topics you don't care about. How do you know if it's a topic you're interested in? What do you consume? What do you watch? What do you learn about? I love to learn about online business. I love to learn about YouTube. That is the content I consume. And I can take all the videos and then I can take my own experience as I apply parts of those videos, and I can teach you in a simple way from my own experience. Dave loves to watch videos, my husband again, on pickleball. He loves to watch it. He plays it all the time. He's watching to improve at specific skills. He's watching reviews on different paddles. He loves that type of content. I could not find the drive and excitement to create a review on a pickleball paddle. I would be probably so boring. It would be like one of those, does she even know what she's talking about? Absolutely not. And that's why it would be fun to watch. Maybe it would be fun to watch. Should I do a pickleball review? I know what topics I enjoy talking about because I consume content on those topics. So if you are feeling burnt out and you're like, this is what performs well and people want this, but you aren't excited about it, that will come across in your videos. People will not be excited when you are forcing yourself to talk about stuff that you do not even want to talk about. So make sure that it's something you're interested in, you're researching it and want to learn more about it, and then you're able to teach it with that passion and joy. One more example. I could not teach others how to teach online for an online company. I used to specifically make videos for VIP Kid and help educators or help stay-at-home moms or anyone that wanted to supplement their income. I was teaching them how to teach online and teach English. And I could not show up in a video with the same excitement, with the same passion, because I just don't feel the same way. I love online business. I love the freedom in time. I love the freedom in income. I love that I can do this all on YouTube and I can work with students. I love coaching. It's something that I've come to find is a gift I have, and I absolutely love it. Now, if I were to talk about teaching online, I would not have the same passion. I would not have the same excitement unless you had your own personal business and you were enrolling your own students. So if you think about each season, I don't have to stick with a passion or interest. I can pivot, I can adjust. My process for creating content has changed over the years. When I first started my YouTube channel, I would use a whiteboard like this, and I would write out bullet points for what I was going to film. I would put this in front of me. It's got fuzzies. Don't mind me, just bunnies. I would put it in front of me and I would talk about each bullet point. I would not fully script all of the words. I wouldn't write everything out. I would just have those bullet points and then I would move on. I would just film with, I had a simple camera. Let me show it to you. So it wasn't a ton of gear. It's just like the simple flip screen. This is a Canon G7X. This is my second one. I broke my other one. I broke many cameras, but this one was so simple. It just sat right in front of me and then I would film. I would only use the audio on this. I never had separate audio until later on. Then I added a microphone and different things. As we get into my second phase of creating content, I purchased this camera. This is a Canon 80D and it has a Sigma lens. I don't use this right now. It does take beautiful pictures, but as far as video, the video stopped working on it. Again, check below. I have that video that has all my equipment. I would have this on the top of it and I would film videos with this, and I would have on my computer, I would have the bullet points. In stage 2, I would film for 20 minutes on a little bit nicer camera, a little bit nicer microphone, and I would send it to a video editor. So they would make it look all nice. They would edit it pretty. And that was phase 2 of my video creation. Phase 1, simple camera and a whiteboard. Phase 2, a little bit nicer camera, nicer microphone, and a professional editor. And that brings us now to phase number 3, which is a fun place to be. I've purchased a teleprompter. It's actually right in front of the camera right now. I've never used it before, and I'm using it in these videos. And I sometimes do bullet points. I'll say share a story, but I can only use it if I'm going to edit, because I go up there and I tap it and then I share stories. I just love to talk to you. And clearly, I love to talk to you. I like to talk a lot. Poor husband, I like to talk a lot. I have a new camera too, it's a Sony FX30. I'm actually filming with, I have 2 microphones, one here and one here. I haven't decided which one I like best. So I'm in the works of phase 3. I want to focus on really, really valuable content that you want to watch, and then also make it easy to understand and follow. That is a bonus tip to keep it simple. You're going to be explaining things in a simple way. People love simple, actionable, something that they can understand and they can take and they can move forward with right away. All right, that is everything for today. I will see you in the next video. Bye. The camera gang. Do you guys like my light? Do we like it? I don't know. This video is specific for online education. Like Dr. Seuss says, there's more.